are you dreaming big enough? I want you to dream big and act bigger. You see, I want to have power. I want to be empowered. Suddenly, being empowered is a more positive word because I want to make sure that I know my own values, my boundaries. I know what I want to achieve in life. Visible and invisible barriers are only a problem if you accept them as such. So a woman with a big dream also needs to have a plan, because without a plan, that dream is just a wish.
I love her confidence, I love her charisma and her positivity and her brightness and her color and her lessons about life, you know, as a woman who's been through so much. It was really, really inspiring and really interesting.
I had 4 kids in 2 years. I wanted to be a businesswoman. I had no money. I had to think, how is this dream going to happen? If you actually start believing if something's important to you, just back yourself. Back yourself despite what other people say. Successful people are not held back by what other people say.
I would recommend that for everybody, because everybody should have a dream and everybody should back themselves. So I think she's awesome.
Even when it feels like everything's not going to work, they go, you know what? I'm going to make sure that this does work. I'm going to be positive despite, because it brings energy, it brings opportunity. And as soon as you actually get half glass empty, your vision will start failing. I encourage you to start making your dreams a reality in business and in life. Thank you. Hello and welcome back to our Mindset Magic Summit, brought to you by Women's Biz Global. We have been having so much fun today, and sorry for keeping you waiting. A few of you who are acting to time, you know what? Sometimes life happens and we just push it back. We go with the flow, and that's what makes it all fun and lively and keeps you hanging, and you're going to want to be hanging for our next speaker. Oh my goodness. She is just a woman who I just love and adore just because of all of her beautiful authenticity and her passion for what she does. Her name is Carrie Benedet. So welcome to our summit, Carrie.
Oh, Annie, thank you so much for having me. And hi to everyone listening, because I think the interplay between Annie and any of her guests is absolutely bloody sensational. So girls, you've just got to grab this. Women Biz Global has the goods and helps you make sure that your magic mindset is even better than it was 5 minutes ago.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. And yes, we want it to be better than it was 5 minutes ago constantly, right? We're all about making magic happen, particularly through this summit. And I know that we are going to get some real gems out of our conversation today, Carrie. For those of you who don't know Carrie, you may have missed her at our last summit. I'm going to tell you a bit about her. She has 25 years of industry experience in creating, leading and hosting leadership experiences, programs and courses. She's all things leadership, and particularly women in leadership. Oh my goodness, who doesn't love that? She is a global leadership coach, obviously a dynamic facilitator, a keynote speaker, and she shares her beliefs and passions for developing future leaders and teams. She's also an education specialist, and she focuses on personal and professional growth mindset. So we are absolutely blessed for having her on our summit today. And I thought it'd be really great to have a conversation today, Carrie, about your clients and your work, because I know the mindset gems are actually going to come out of that conversation, because it's pretty much you're helping people shift their mindset day in, day out with the work that you do. And so I thought I'd actually start it up by asking a question to you. Well, what is your ideal client? Who is that person that you go, you know what, if I had the opportunity to work with this person or these group of people, I'm in heaven?
Well, thanks for asking, because I have some ideal clients, and they are, the relationship that we build is just so brilliant. So any of you girls who are looking for a career change, you're looking for leadership opportunities where you're using that skill set and that mindset that you've already got in place, but you might have been given some feedback that you might need to boost them, alter them around a little bit, just be more aspirational, perhaps put yourself forward because you've had a few experiences when you haven't been looked at. You know, I am an older gal, and I said to someone today that, you know, I'm sort of one of those Norman Lindsay gals. You know, at this point in my life, I like to keep fit. I like to eat well, all that sort of stuff. I like to have a good time and have fun. But sometimes I mightn't look as glam as some of the younger women. So that should not stop us from gaining a chance, an opportunity, or putting our feet forward for our next part of our career, our next part of our journey. And they're the type of gals I'd really like to work with. Annie, how's that sound?
Oh my goodness, well, you're pretty glam for me. Oh my goodness. One of these older gals as well, but you know, I think you're rocking it. We ought to show up with our best foot forward, and that's what it's about. It's about having that expertise, that passion, that wisdom that you've learned over decades of experience, and then go, oh my gosh, if you're now one of those women in that situation that you go, I know, because I know what it was like. You know, you feel that's right, overlooked. What's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you. What did I do wrong? Possibly nothing you did wrong, or maybe we could just tweak it. And it's not all going to be about your looks. Definitely, it's going to be about how you're showing up in all these different ways. So when you connect with them, what is the key problem that you're actually solving for them? Everyone in business, you know, they're there because they've got a key issue, and you can help them solve that problem. So what is that for your people?
Well, a lot of it is around confidence. And I'm going to go into another word. I'm going to use 2 C's today: confidence and courage. And for me, I've done just that. After 25 years of being in a large organisation, you know what? You actually need a good damn dose of confidence and courage, but you also need to add another one there, and you need to know that you need people who can walk alongside with you. So that notion of a coach, someone that is coach mentor, you surround yourself with a circle of people you trust who will challenge you, challenge your confidence, and say to you, listen, we've all got an imposter syndrome. We all want, you know, something perhaps that we haven't got the skills for yet. And I love that little phrase. We start to use words like, you know, instead of I can't, not yet. So I'm looking for the client who's really wants to boost their own confidence and be able to direct themselves, but you actually have to do a bit of work on yourself. So I'm looking for those who perhaps don't know themselves as well as they possibly can, and when they do, that then gives them the goods to be able to understand others. And I think that's the key to behaviours. So understanding what I need to do for other people, particularly in a work environment, in a career environment, in a leadership environment, because basically we're all leaders. We lead ourselves. Some of us do it better some days than others. We all have our rough days. So let's just be really practical and normal here and say that's reality. I talk a lot about thriving, Annie, which you know, and that notion of thriving. Well, some days it's a bloody pain in the butt because you're not doing it really well. And other days you just ace it. And so let's look at what we can put in place for those days where, you know, you feel like it's all going to the dogs. And so that's why the confidence and the courage comes into it for me.
Oh, I love your frankness, and it's just that you've got such a refreshing style, and that's what it's like. We all have ebbs and flows, and what we're trying to do is actually just smooth those out a little bit, or not make the world fall apart if you have one of those days, because we all have them. It is actually normal. It doesn't matter what social media presents. You know, you will have those times that you go, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm treading in quicksand here, or why is the world against me? And then other times you go, oh my gosh, I'm just on fire. And so it can be a bit of a roller coaster ride. I often find that people actually, those listening in, you delegates, if you're actually at that stage, you go, yeah, I know I need more confidence. I know I need more courage. Then Carrie's definitely, you know, such a fantastic person to spend more time with, because, you know, you have that ability to go, you know, you do have that in you. How do you actually bring that out and bring that assurance into someone? So when they actually step out, you know, show up, step up, they've actually got that. Those people then that you're giving them that, what are their main symptoms? It's almost like you've got a symptom. You know, they're thinking, is this me she's talking about? Tell us a little, paint a bit more of a picture then about what sort of, you know, symptoms, issues, challenges those people are having day to day.
That is a fabulous question. So thanks for asking, because when I think about the confidence and the courage, one of the symptoms, one of the problems that they've got is that they're not connecting with people. So when you've got the courage and the confidence, you can connect. I've just been out this morning. I can't believe this. Within 2 minutes of being somewhere, I looked at a lass on a laptop, and I said to her something. I said, "Oh, we're sharing the lounge here while we're waiting, as girls do on a Saturday morning, right? We need a little bit of a brush up sometimes." She said to me, "Oh," I said, "What do you do?" I said, are you writing something? Is it your own work?" And she said, "Actually, no, I'm a publisher of some work." I got to tell you, within 60 seconds, we worked out that we had a colleague in common. I can't believe it. This is in a totally right across Sydney, different suburb. And I said, "But what are you on?" She's all into science. She's very well known. So we just jumped onto LinkedIn, and I said, "I know your name." I said, "I'm pretty positive I've been told to follow you by our common friend." And it's true. LinkedIn just made it. So one of the biggest issues is people don't feel that they've got the confidence and the courage to connect, and connection for a mindset now that gets us to 2030. A connection where we've got the magic wand, and I just got a magic wand behind me, where the magic's happening means that it opens up the doors. So one of the symptoms is you don't know where to go. You don't know how to do it. You find it really difficult. And that connection is really critical for us. So that's one of the symptoms. The other symptom is, you know, there's days when you're actually going, the head talk starts like a vortex, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it just pulls you into this belief about yourself. So that imposter syndrome is pretty big. The other thing is, when you've got the courage and the confidence, you can actually start to look at what your systems are. And for someone who started in this game a few years ago, I had all this confidence. Yep, I'm going to do it. I'm quite a let's do it now girl. Lots of things about our work and our leadership mean that we really have to take the time to think and ask ourselves some questions and seek that circle of support out and be able to test some theories out of it. So a lot of it is around, I still think the connection is a really big thing for nearly everything we do. When we're working with people who are looking at a career change, maybe a huge change in their life, and it's not to do with their career, but it's about their life. And let's face it, Annie, the last 3 years have been mammoth, haven't they? For tipping the world upside down,
Yes,
and so
absolutely.
the energy levels of people, you just watch people just go plump, 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 plump. And then people turn around and say to you, oh my God, you're just an optimist. And I go, yeah, but there's days when I'm quite realistic. There are days when I'm perhaps not as optimistic as others, but I have a way to reframe. I've learned how to reframe how I think. And I think that's one of the other issues people have. One of the problems they have is that they get stuck in their assumptions and perceptions about certain things, and they get fixed.
Yeah.
And I think that's how you block yourself.
Oh, beautifully communicated. I love the way that you focused on connection, because that's one of the driving reasons that I created Women's Biz Global, because it's all about, we need connections. We need, it takes a village. It takes a global village these days. It's just such a joy when you can actually share that load, get supported, ask for feedback, even if it's not in a paid coaching role. It's actually just women doing business and life together, right? There's just so much value in connections. I also love those two words of courage and confidence, because we're probably in that sort of spectrum of, hey, we can do sort of anything, give it all a go, and then you kind of can doubt yourself and lack confidence or courage, because you can be two guns blazing and go, I can do anything, but I probably don't have all the detail. And then there'll be other people watching going, oh my gosh, I'm the opposite. I actually have to have everything perfect, and I'm very small, and I wish I could be big, because I don't have the confidence and courage until. And that's the thing. We're all so different, right? It's just, it's fascinating how we approach things from opposite spectrum sometimes. I'd love you to tell us then, well, why do you do what you do? Why is this important for Carrie to go, you know what, this is just my jam? Why is it your jam?
Well, I'm pretty passionate about learning, number one. So I'm thinking, well, why should we be constrained by age, perhaps the time of our life, whatever's happening to us? Why should we be constrained and think that we can't learn anything new? Number one, I'm not going to be put on the heap of you're useless because you're this particular decade old, right? So age isn't. I'd like to think that I'm age rich and I have a lot to offer. The values that sit under those are about the value of family. And when I look around the globe now, our family has really changed, I believe, because in the last 3 years, a lot of my connections are now global, and people's generosity mirrored what you do in a family. There's some behaviours you mightn't like, but I tell you what, you'll actually stick up and care for each other. So I have a firm belief that to give out the love and the care to others means that you don't expect it to come back, but you know what goodness it does for you. So I'm a big believer in giving out to others, not being only self-focused. I mean, I can be really Carrie focused, like all of us, but I just get the joy. The sparkles happen for me, the tingles, I get the goosebumps. And I know when that happens, especially when you make a connection, or you can say to someone, I've got something that might help here. Would you like me to, to share it with you? Have you thought about doing it this way? And so that's what I do. And you know what, Annie? We're in the box too long. We get one shot at this life. And I would rather be feeling as though I am not deliberately nasty or disrespectful to people. I think our view of humanity now means that we open it up. And together, this is the other thing, why I do what I do, together we are great. The ripples, it's just like the stars, it's like the magic wand. If you're a Harry Potter fan, whatever it is that you do, there are sparks every day that you look back on it and you go, wow, that was the diamond today. There was the gold. Who would have thought? And you can laugh at yourself. You can cherish it. And I've taken a lifetime to learn how to love myself, I tell you now. So that's you think, I still have my days when I think, just hand it out, just hand it out and see what comes back today. If nothing comes back, you feel good, let's investigate what all these good chemicals feel like. How do I do it better?
Oh,
So
absolutely. Oh my goodness. I think a lot of us have taken a lifetime to get here. I don't know if you're like me, Carrie. I just feel like I'm a fairy godmother now going, have some more self-love, have to have a bit of blessing. Just like seriously, it's like it's taken us 20 or 30 years to learn this stuff. You should just learn it right now and save yourself a whole lot of heartache.
well, Annie, you just made me think about what I didn't say was I've been married to Luch for 41 years now. You get less for murder. And we've got 4 kids, 4 living assets, but we've now got 7 little Australians. So when I look at that notion of family and generation, I mean, I won't know what their life will be like, but I do know that if I have a chance now to say to people, come on, particularly women, come on, girls, let's not be against each other, but let's actually work together and shout out for each other, not in a jealous way, not with envy, but with purpose, and really look at each other and go, my God, we're magnificent. We are so totally unique and magnificent. And we don't often believe it because everybody believes the outside stuff, or everyone believes, the Instagram or whoever says something nasty to you. It's a load of rubbish. And I wish as a young girl I had known that more. So,
Yeah, I do too. And we are just on a mission, really. You can see how united we are on collaboration over competition, help others rise. There's enough business in the world to go around. We are stronger together, and that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
I would love you to share, if you can, what's one free action, okay, a valuable free action that the audience today can actually just implement. They can go, oh my gosh, I could just do this now and just feel empowered for the rest of the day and the week moving ahead.
Okay, I like this notion of reframing how you think, and you've got to catch yourself doing it. You've got to be quite deliberate. So you grab a journal. I mean, not everybody likes to journal, but they're very, very, very handy. So if you can test this out, say over a couple of days or a week, just have a think about your language, right? And move your vocab. See if you can catch yourself, or even record yourself. Everyone loves a video of yourself, and you watch it back, you go, oh, you pick out all the different things. But if you can catch the type of language we're using, move from, hearing yourself saying, oh, I've got to do this, or I have to do this. And you feel, and then you watch what happens to your body, right? You watch what happens to your shoulders, your posture. Are you going to procrastinate? Are you going to do all these other little jobs before you do it? But listen to the vocab and then watch what your body does, and see if you can move or catch yourself from saying, I have to do this today. I've got to do this, this, and this, to I get to do this. And it's a flip, because I get to do this, and what we add to that is 3 deep breaths and a smile. And it basically brings us back to, oh, okay, I get to do this. I get to have breakfast with the toddler who's staying overnight. Not, oh no, I have to do this, and then I've got to quickly get to a meeting, and I haven't done this and I haven't done that. I get to do this, and it takes you. Your 3 breaths settle you, calm you. They get you into more lateral brain thinking, or more positive thoughts about solutions and possibilities and opportunities. And there's no sort of blame or pessimistic thinking that goes with it. And I think that's magic. Small steps like that can open up all the joy that you can catch in a day. And sometimes we forget how much joy there actually is. So we had a little tot walk in the door this morning, and she was on fire as soon as she got in. No, I'd just done some exercise, got in the pool, have a swim, and she says, Carrie Ma, can I have a swim with you? And I went, yep, I've got 15 minutes. Come on, Indy, quick, get your togs on, because we'll be in. And we just had a ball for the 15. So I get to love that little girl and be with her. And the joy she gives, just makes you tear up. It's beautiful. Really gets to your heart. Really gets to your heart. So
I'll tell you what, it certainly does.
Yeah.
Nana
and for any of us, Yeah, Nana love, but you can if you don't have that, you can use a memory. You can use a really good memory of another time, and you use that. I don't have to, I get to. And I think that's really critical. 3 deep breaths and a smile. And repeat it.
Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. I tell you what, that is a gold nugget for all of you listening and going, yeah, write that down. Actually, just sort of pause, look at your language going, oh no, I'm going to have to do this. Oh no. You know, it's this stress, it's overwhelm. That's right. Whatever happens, your body language suddenly goes, oh, it's all just heavy, right? And then suddenly it's really simple, but it's hard to do, but it's a mindset shift. It's actually saying, I'm going to pause. I'm going to actually think about that. When that happens, I'm going to catch myself. I'm going to think of Carrie and go, Carrie says, you know, actually just have a pause and go, and it's not an oh no moment. It's, you know, I can, I get to, I choose to, you know, you might choose not to do that thing. You might be empowered to go, I'm not going to automatically do whatever I've done before. This is not working for me. I'm going to choose to, or I get to make the decision of how I am going to spend that next bit of time, you know? So I love that too. It's really empowered. It brings back choice and it brings back gratitude. And I'm like that with my granddaughters. And I love what you share, because you've got 7 little Australians and I've got 2 little Australians now after my 5 kiddies. And it is like that. My gorgeous little granddaughter, Lizzie, got dropped over the other day, and Nana got booked in for a drop off and pick up, 10 of them, by the way, in my diary. And I went, oh yeah, I can drop her off somewhere and pick her up. Well, no. She was dropped off to me at 7:30 in the morning and picked up at 6 o'clock. So suddenly, whoa, that's like 10 full days Nana wasn't expecting. I thought I was doing a 10-minute drop off and another pick. And it was this, oh no. So for those of you who think Annie Gibbins is Superwoman, I just went, and then she burst through the door at 7:30. Nana, we get to spend the whole day. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's amazing. And Mummy was obviously in her work clothes off to the city. And it is those moments. And I know we're talking about granddaughters, but it's those same moments of whatever the context that those delegates, you're imagining these situations that you go, all right, do I choose to go, oh no, I'm going to be in a flap now. I'm not going to get my work done. I'm not going to do this, not going to do that. This is going to be really challenging. And there's tension, stress. Or do I go, oh my gosh, sweetheart, isn't that amazing? That's right. It's a drop-off pickup day. And then we're going to reshift. You know, I had to actually do exactly what you said. I'm going to have to reframe my mind, because I adore her. But when you've got things on and, you know, it's a priority, it's what you've popped into your head, what you have to do, what is essential. And then it just then becomes a choice to slow down, to have a breath and go, right, well, you know, there are going to be some times that we can do, that's right, have a little swim together. And then Nana's going to have a little sign on the door while she's talking to her people on the computer. And you're going to do this and da-da-da-da-da. And you can reframe it. And I think that choice to actually have that power, right? It's an empowerment to actually back yourself, trust yourself, love yourself in all the right ways. That did take a very long time, us gals, to be able to go, yeah, there's so much value in that. And you listening in, put that in the chat. Yes, I need that value, right? Because that's what it is. It's like, I'm sick of actually, you know, putting myself last, you know, feeling like I'm always chasing my tail, saying yes to everybody else, feeling like I don't have choices. And that gem there is actually really great. That is certainly
quite a good one, isn't it? And simple, super simple. Catch yourself, because what you're doing is reflecting. You're being more self-aware. So what did I say? Because I have a thing that, you know, oh, Carrie, you sound like that. That's one of my things. And I go, zip it up, stop it. You're not saying it. But I like the reframe, because I mean, we're now looking at the world in a different way. You know, some of us wear glasses. Most of us wear glasses these days. I've worn them since I was 3. And in a way, they're a great tool, because it's a reminder, what lens are you looking through today? Are you looking through a lens that is woe be me? Is it a first world problem that you're looking through? Are you looking through a totally blocked view or an assumption you've made or something that you need to challenge yourself on. And so I think that's our job. Our job is to open up our thinking, just relax into it and give ourselves some time to go, it's okay to actually change how you think about something, how you react. Why did I react to that? I thought I had a handle on that and that's all gone, but why did it rear its head? What triggered me? That's all part of our mindset as well. And, tiny changes, keep an open mind, and we'll get remarkable results.
Yeah. You really get remarkable results. I know people in your world under your tutorage get fantastic results. People in my community, incredible. It's just that
Yes.
it's actually permission to pause. And this isn't, once you get the self-centered in this way and take these little easy steps, like they really are just choices and they're baby steps. You just keep doing it, rinse and repeat until they become automatic. Then you suddenly get into that next world, which I know you also coach on. Then you get to optimize your leadership. You get to optimize your teams, because you and the team get to work in that same sort of way. You really work on your emotional intelligence and you strengthen yourself there. You get better at your work-life balance. All these areas that I know you are so gifted in, and with your coaching with other people, it's just brilliant having you share today. I'm so thankful that you could make yourself available to us, Carrie. And those of you who are wanting to just actually go, you know what, I would just love to meet this refreshing Aussie, Carrie Benedet. Go to carriebenedet.com. You will find everything Carrie there. And she's just a leadership queen. She's so great in her education. I love her work. You'll also find her through Women's Biz Tribe. You can just connect with any of our speakers. Just put a little holler in any of the chats, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, via Insta, wherever you are finding this presentation and this summit, just do a little hello. I'd love to meet you, or I've got a question, or
Absolutely.
anything Harry shared with you today, because we're all about that. We're actually not about just presenting. We're about connecting and collaborating and sharing and just helping you along your way. So, I really invite you all to, make yourself take that extra little step today for yourself, and also just make that big brave step to get yourself connected. Take up the complimentary membership of Women's Biz Tribe for the next month. If you don't know how to do that, just reach out to myself, and make sure that you just have a little pause and just think about what Carrie said today. It was absolutely brilliant.
Annie, when I looked up, if I've got it 1 minute, when I looked up magic and I went to music, because music's a big deal. It's a big deal for you as well. I love it. There's a song, it's called Magic, and it's in the Xanadu. Okay. Yeah. So I just looked up the lyrics, and it's you have to believe we are magic. Nothing can stand in our way. Don't let your aim ever stray. Bring all your dreams alive. So that's just some of the quotes from that. And God bless her, Olivia Newton-John is now in a painless place. She left a huge legacy, and she was a woman ahead of her time at the time. But she gave us a lot of joy, and the music that's behind that is ELO. So it was absolutely great at the time. So just believe in yourself, girls. We have got the magic in us, with us, and we're able to share it. Thanks, Annie, for having me today. Absolutely. Bye, everybody.
Such a joy. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome. My name is Annie Gibbins, founder and CEO of Women's Biz Global. As a woman, a career executive and mum of 5, I know that becoming successful in a modern day society, it can be extremely difficult and challenging. The requirements of career and business success are often overwhelming, especially when you have competing priorities like family. But that does not mean that you can't be extraordinary. At Women's Biz Global, our goal is to educate, motivate, and elevate women so that they can have the freedom to live a life they love. It doesn't matter what your current status or position is. Your empowered future starts now. Whether you're a startup or a scale up, or you're juggling business, life, career, family, everything, we will teach you how to dominate in your niche area without the stress and overwhelm that comes from wasting time and money and energy. We will equip you to achieve success, balance, and happiness on your terms. We invite you to join Women's Biz Tribe. Start by attending Women's Biz events and enjoy the benefit of interacting with like-minded women from around the globe who are choosing to unapologetically play a bigger game. Women's Biz Coaching offers a variety of programs that may suit your needs. We have boot camps and webinars, online structured programs and incubators. They're all designed to help grow your personal and professional brand, confidence and support framework. Women's Biz Media will help you discover extraordinary women via our podcast, Memoirs of Successful Women, and reach 12 million potential readers via Women's Biz Magazine. Women's Biz Publishing will take all the pain away from getting your voice and message out into the world. Your brand value will literally skyrocket overnight. And if you would prefer to access our consulting services, I will personally ensure high value solutions are provided to meet your specific needs, to time, to budget, and all with a beaming smile. Finally, get to know our affiliate partners and learn how you might like to become one yourself. Women's Biz Global is the support network that will fast track your journey to success. So what are you waiting for? Be unapologetically you. Women's Biz Global, helping women succeed in business and life.